Hello, this is a new part 5 for SD-WAN uh, to talk about management, device management. First, we will talk about configurations group. Um, Configuration group is a logical group of features uh, that can be applied to one or several devices in Cisco SD-WAN fabric. You can define different groupings based on your business model. There are multiple benefits of using configuration groups. First, of course, since you can easily identify what is necessary and what is optional, what is recommended by Cisco, and you reuse different configuration components. And it helps to simplify management. And then using group configurations, you can group devices based on their shared configuration. There could be like special devices which are provided by Cisco that can have these configuration groups. They are Cisco IOS XE SD-WAN, and the minimum software version is 17.8.1. You can create configuration groups based on your business needs. And if your company has offices in different sides of America or Australia, uh, you can also create different configuration groups for each side, and like East Coast and West Coast. And both configuration groups can use the same system profiles, and they will use different transport profiles. Uh, Configuration groups are built from feature profiles. Each feature profile contains individual feature configurations. If feature inside feature profile is modified in only one group, the changes apply to all other groups using this feature profile. So you can also disassociate the feature profile from configuration group to change the associated feature profile at any time. You can configure a local area network, various policies, or CLI templates. For minimum functioning configuration group, at least system and transport feature profiles are required. Configuration group has different workflows. vManage provides workflows to create and to deploy configurations using configuration groups. There are two configuration group workflows which are available. One is for creating configuration groups at one and one for deploying configuration groups. So system profile, vManage GUI supports device templates and feature templates. And for minimally functional configuration group, at least system and transport features are required to be set up, and this will provide the system settings and network connectivity. Service profile contains network settings for service-side VPNs. Configuration group workflows may have different features: system profile, transport and management profile, and service profile. What do you do when deploying configuration group? Once you created your configuration group, then you need to associate devices to your configuration group and deploy the configuration. You can choose individual devices to associate with configuration group based on similar network architecture at different sites. And after you associate these devices, you initiate deployment of these devices. There are values: global, default, and default device specific. Device specific is a type of the system directly. Global and default values are shared. You can choose individual devices to associate with a configuration group, and after you associate, you go to configuration group deployment. You need to review device configuration. Like, there are two versions: old configuration and new configuration. And if you modify internal features of the WAN edge router or feature profiles, the devices are out of sync, and then you need to redeploy the devices to ensure they are running the latest version of the configuration group. After you associate devices, you initiate deployments, and configuration group deployment requires two steps. First step, you provide variable values to any device-specific parameters, such as system IP, interface IP address. After you provide variable values, then you preview deployment configuration and compare it to running configuration on the device. If the candidate configuration meets your requirements, expectations, then you can deploy the configuration to the devices. And you can also add sub features. And for example, if we are running OSPF and we need to add supporting routing protocol feature. If you modify a configuration group, then including a feature of feature profiles, the devices associated with configuration group will be out of sync. Then you redeploy devices. Make sure that all of them run the same version of the configuration configuration group. Configuration group feature profile. It's a flexible building block of configurations that can be reused across different configuration groups based on what you need for your environment. For example, types of VPN, they provide name, description for the feature, and configure the parameters. Cisco vManage groups individual features into the following profiles: system profile, transport and management profile, service profile, security profile, policy profile, command line interface CLI profile, and there might be some different profiles. Notice that there are currently 3 feature profiles associated with your system, and then take a note about it. And transport and management feature profile and service feature profile, and check which features are unconfigured on the device. When you configure OSPF routing feature, routing is a feature that is often deployed in Cisco SD-WAN, and you can support routing protocols like OSPF, Open Shortest Path First, BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, and EIGRP, Enhanced Interior Gateway Protocol, to the transport and management and service feature profiles. You can add feature in the feature profiles and configure parameters. Feature parameters can be configured with default, global, and device-specific values. You can reuse single routing feature inside multiple VPNs within configuration group, as long as device parameters are configured the same as device-specific variables. Device configuration template. Configuration groups can only work on XE devices. Device configuration template includes basic information, transport management VPN, service VPNs are configured on the service profiles, feature templates, system template, logging template, VPN 0 template, interface, AAA template, and each device template is specific for a type of device. If multiple devices have the same configuration, they can use the same template. You need to specify differences in the templates using configuration variables. Device templates are similar to configuration groups, and they contain operational configuration for a device. Device templates are supported both Viptela operation system and XE-based devices, but configuration groups only on XE devices. And you can create device template by consolidating individual feature templates. With feature templates, each individual feature is consistent within its own template and can be used by multiple device templates. You can create device template by entering command line interface text type configuration directly into Cisco vManage. So you upload the text file containing that configuration, and you can directly type the configuration text into Cisco vManage. Templates can exist in 2 basic levels. Device template describes the device overall and its high-level components such as VPN 0, VPN 512, and within each component, device template point to specific feature template. And feature templates, so first is device template, second type of templates is feature template. Feature template is for particular feature in details. For example, VPN 0 feature template contains all settings for the VPN, device, default routes, and so on. You can reuse feature templates for different needs. When you work with templates, you need to look at the device or feature templates, how they work together. For example, it is like a puzzle there. Centralized device configuration through templates for specific device models supported. You need to take into account how many devices attached to this. For example, basic template. It has name and description and has all the sections of the configuration. On the device template overview, in graphical user interface, you can view name of the defined templates. You can verify how many devices currently attached to this template. For example, like 25 devices attached to this template. This is about centralized device configuration. Feature templates are device model specific and represent individual features, blocks of the configuration. When creating a device, first template in system, you state site ID, system IP, overlay ID, time zone. Those are all system settings. Overlay ID, identification to identify different default. Each parameter can be configured globally for all devices or as a specific variable. Device templates are complete operational configurations of the devices, and they are model specific. No device template is defined in a new installation by default. Device templates consist different features, each mandatory feature template, and some of the optional. They have factory default template. For some software features, they have a factory default template, and you can either use a factory default template named factory default feature with the name of the template, or you can create a custom feature template. Feature templates they include configuration commands and options, and others such as device system IP address, geographical latitude, position, longitude, time zone, and overlay network site identifier. When you attach device template to your device, you need to enter values for these variables. You can do it manually by typing, or you can upload a CSV file, Excel file in CSV format that contains values for each device. Feature templates represent individual building blocks of the configuration. Feature templates are also device model specific, and they are attached to devices by using device templates. Feature templates are used for each feature of the device configuration. For each template, you can choose which device types you need to use the template with, and then we go to device template configuration section. Uh, beside beside names, you state the device model. Device template also can have 4 main sections of the device configuration, such as basic information, transport and management VPN, service VPN, and additional templates. Before you define your own templates, device template always points to factory default templates. So when you create the device template, go to System Settings, and you state System IP, Site ID, and variables, global, device specific, and default. There are 3 variables. Potential settings, global settings, value entered for global one, and all devices using global template use the same value, such as name of the transport network. For device-specific templates, each device has its own value, such as interface IP address, and default template does not touch that variable. It remains within default value. So when you create a device, you state system settings, system ID, system IP, site ID, overlay ID, and time zone. You select device specific option and then apply the device template. In the template overview screen, you go to more options and click to attach devices. Applying device template, attach device template to devices. It can change individual numbers. Only device that match the device template device type can be displayed. That device that match the device template type can be attached. And after applying the template, a pop screen shows all available devices of this device type. Choose the devices on the left to which template applies and then add them using by arrows to right. When all devices are selected, then you click attach to attach template to the device. You can attach and detach device template operations on different edge routers from one or more Cisco vManage servers at the same time. But if any one of these operations is in progress on Cisco vManage server, while it's in process, you cannot edit any feature templates or any of the servers until they attach or detach operation and when it's fully completed. You can also change any values for the devices using change device value. When you're defining variables for device template, templates often include parameters that are device specific. The system must provide those device specific values. And there are two methods to provide these values. Option one, you can download CSV file that contains all parameter fields. And you can edit it offline and then upload it again using that arrow button. And the option two, you can edit values for a specific device by clicking more options and then choosing edit device template. When you edit device template to provide all parameters, pop-up window appears and it displays all parameters. The parameters provided in this template and they are still required, which are still required, they are empty. And the figure, then you can go and check what values you need to enter to that pop-up window, enter those values and submit. In overlay network, you need to have multiple devices of the same type that have identical or effectively identical configurations. So when you use in the network with redundant Cisco vSmart controllers, each controller should be configured with identical policies. And if, for example, Cisco edge routers in different sites and each WAN edge router also needs to be at each WAN router, edge router should be providing identical services to each site. So all of these configurations should be identical, so you can create one of feature templates which you can then add to the device template and you can use to configure all the devices on the network, on the edge routers. And you can create an Excel CSV list of variables and different list all specific variable values for each device. Then you load this file, you attach device template to the device. In CSV file, header row contains variable name and each row links to the device and shows what values for different variables. You can create different spreadsheets for all the devices on this overlay network for your reference. But do not specify values for all variables for all devices. You can open that CSV file with your tool, such as, for example, Excel, and all values which are separated by commas will be defined as variables. When you finish, you save this CSV file and upload it to vManage. For device provisioning, before the templates with new values can be applied to the network. Then control window will be displayed, and you click on the device in view configuration and push that configuration to the device. If there is something misconfigured, there are, for example, some missing default routes, you can lose control connection to the edge router, and they should be all configured with a rollback function. If device when edge router loses control connection after the configuration, when the rollback function is configured, it goes back to the previous configuration. You can examine and verify the configuration that Cisco vManage will push to the device. You will view configuration differences, and it will show what is changing. And you can catch mistakes before they take effect to the network. Thank you.